What's going on, guys? Seth Ellis here with you. Beautiful day here in the spring down here in North Carolina. Just kind of set the scene for you guys. We've had a really good warm spell the last 4 or 5 days. The water temperature's finally getting right, and a lot of these fish are wanting to spawn. So we're out here just kind of buzzing through these pockets, trying to see how many fish have actually pulled up, and kind of just, you know, do the traditional bed fishing deal. It just really depends on, this lake has gotten a lot of rain recently, so the water's come up. So it's been kind of hard to see some of these fish, but the way that we're targeting them today is, you know, going down bare banks versus going down banks that have a lot of flooded vegetation, and being able to see the beds is a whole lot easier. So we're going to try to get after them here and catch us a couple pickings. So I've been scanning down this bank, and I've seen a bunch of fish just kind of cruising and none really locked on. Well, I got back here almost to the back of the pocket, and I found a pair of fish locked. The male's, you know, he's fairly aggressive, and the female, she's kind of just hanging out for now. But, you know, something that I like to do when I'm bed fishing is I'll just kind of roll up on a pair of fish just to see how they react to me. I won't even cast to them for a few minutes just to get used to my boat and my presence there. Ideally, I'd like to stay off as far as I can, just so they can't see me. But, you know, certain conditions, you just can't do that. You've got to see how these fish are reacting, or if they're even there, so you don't waste time. But these two seem to be acting pretty interested, so we'll see what's going on. He just bit it again. God, he's wanting it bad. He just won't commit to it. But I mean, see how I switched that bait, and it was like, it was so that he reacted to this one so much better. But I think when you get fish that are that aggressive, I don't honestly think what bait it, as long as that, you know, you're just continuously putting it in there, you can see that fish rolling again. God almighty. But I mean, it's just a continuous circling, but it's a tight circle, so it's being very protective right now, and I know that she's gonna bite here any second, and hopefully she just gets the whole bait. And that's one thing, when I'm bed fishing, I like to throw a very small bait. A lot of guys, you know, the opinions differ, just because, you know, they think bigger baits get those fish to react quicker. But I mean, I'll go on and tell you that I think a smaller bait is something that will get those fish's attention faster. Just a nice little chunky male up there guarding. And you can see here on the tail, he's been doing some work up there, but he's a fresh fish. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of markings on him, but he's pretty and green, been up for a while. Hasn't been doing a lot of rolling around yet. Still in pretty good shape. All right, bud, you can go back now. Dude, there's a giant right there. Oh my, yes. Oh my gosh. That's what you want to see. You go 25 feet and see another one about 4 pounds. Holy smokes, dude. Yeah, that fish right there will play. All right, so we've continued down this bank, and we've just absolutely rolled up on a giant. I mean, I'm estimating this fish probably 6 pounds or better, but she's paired up and they're not moving, which is a good sign. So we're gonna work them a few minutes and see if we can't get them to bite. See, she's turned now.
But she's not moving.
No, exactly. She's not moving, and she's not even like making jerky movements. Like a lot of times you'll see fish making jerky movements, and that just tells you they're just not settled. That fish is settled. Like, she's here and the male's on the left-hand side. In just a minute, she'll turn around and go right back. See, there she goes. It won't take her long because she's locked, I think now. There she comes. Here she is right in front. Come on. I know you'll bite. I know you'll bite. She got it. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Oh, that's a big one. Dang.
How did that happen? A lot of times I'll try to strategically work them around the bed, if that makes sense. You know, if you see them where they've moved off, I'll use my bait to put them back by kind of leading the fish, so to speak, back to where it needs to be. Because a lot of times if they're on the left or the right, they won't bite because there's nothing to protect out there. But if you put it to where they're supposed to be at, they're going to protect, and instinctively they're just going to eat it. She is so hot. I mean, she's bit it 3 times. She is so hot. And now the problem is she's just what I call blowing the bait, where they won't put it in their mouth.
Right.
They'll,
Trying to make it get out of there.
yeah, they'll take the water from their gills and blow it. Oh, here she comes, here she comes, here she comes. She's all, got her that time.
Oh, again! What the? That was awesome.
So, you know, I was pitching a tube earlier, which is a great bait to fish for bedding fish, but something that I've become just head over heels for is this rage bug or structure bug by Strike King. It's a great little bait. It'll hold a big hook. That's a 6/0 Greg Hackney flipping hook. It's just a great setup for bed fishing. Usually when those fish get in their mouth, because the hook is so far down in the bait, you almost got them pinned. Now I say that, but you just saw me lose that fish twice.
Yes, give me a little audio on that. I mean, like, they bite it funny, they get it by the tail.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. You know, that fish bit, I felt her bite it, she started swimming off, and I would have, from this angle, I can't really see how well she has the bait in her mouth, but I would assume that, you know, she's just grabbing the ends. Because if you look when you get the bait back in and that hook point is through, you know, you've put enough pressure on that hook point to get through the plastic. It's just not in her mouth, or if it is, it's just skin hooked because she won't engulf the whole thing, you know. But a fish that big, I mean, it's just kind of now she's sitting over here now. She's like, you done hurt my feelings twice. Wow, sweetheart, you've hurt my feelings twice, trust me. Because I know how big you are now and you're not wanting to bite. I know, you see it swimming there dead or dying. Yeah. And I know that's the female because I've set the hook twice and it's been the same weight. It's not been a male one time and a female the other. And maybe he'll go up there now and guard because she's sitting right off to the right. She's kind of just getting to the point where she's not wanting to mess with it, but we'll see if we can't get her to work back in there shortly. You know, people ask me always, how long do I wait on a bedfish? And, you know, being an avid tournament fisherman, it all depends on what you think that fish is worth to you in your bag. You know, if you think you're fishing a fishery that doesn't have a lot of big fish in it, and you see one on the bed that's 3 pounds or 3.5 pounds, I'm the type of person I'll spend as long as I need to if I think that's going to improve my call for the end of the day. So, you know, this fish especially is, from what I've seen over 6, I'll spend as much time as I need to on a tournament day to catch this fish. Good, good. Because I mean, that fish she's super protective. See if I can get her to. Got her that time. Stay on there. Yeah. Stay on there. Stay on there. God knows I'm falling over cameras. Come here. Come here. I got you, girl. Took me long enough. Ah. Whew. Man. Right there, look at that in the mouth. And she's just, you were well worth the effort, sweetheart. Thank you. It's a good one. And you can tell see, these fish are fresh. And what I mean by that is you can tell she doesn't have a lot of damage on her yet from rubbing. She's got a little bit, but she just hasn't been up there very long. She's a pretty healthy fish, probably, I don't know, 4.5. She's beautiful. All right, girl. That is perfect.
Very nice.
All right. We can catch her. Of course, I say that she swims over here. I mean, she's not gone long though. I think she just got a glimpse of us because she keeps going back. She's right there looking at it. And I'm going to tell you, the smaller ones, they're way more squirrelier than the big ones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would much rather, and of course anybody would say this, but I would much rather fish for a big fish than a small fish because they act completely different. Oh, she's right there, dude. Like, literally, you see her tail? Oh. I'm gonna try to make this pitch right here without making too much movement. See if she'll bite. There she goes. Oh, God, did you see her bite it? Yeah, she ain't going nowhere. That's one thing about bedfish, Bo. When they're ready to go, they're not gonna go nowhere until it's time for them to do their thing. God, she hit it again. I've got her fired up. I mean, she wants to bite. She just did. Oh, I think I pulled it out of there a little bit too quick. Finally, I got her to bite. She got stuck good that time. 4-pounder. Whoa, about to lose a rod. Look how short and chunky that fish is. Didn't look that big in the water, did it?
Not at all.
Oh man, that's good. That's a good one. Fat, healthy. And I mean, once again, these fish are just getting up there. They don't have a lot of marks on them. They still got good bellies on them. I mean, just a pretty beautiful fish. Thank you. God, it feels so good to do that.